All right, so we're back at Sidonia. Um, I'm WK Baldwin. You guys know me um, for maybe as prestigious Space 828 on Reddit, Cable 1975 on Nexus. I'm William BAL 87090 on X, Baldwin 6252 on Pinterest, and at William Baldwin 6560 on YouTube. William Baldwin, you can look me up that way, or Cable 1975. You'll see me around. WK Baldwin, that kind of thing. What this video is gonna be about today is that I actually went and loaded up all my mods and I was doing a playthrough. I haven't played the game in a while, like just playing it, and I installed Shattered Space after I had installed all my mods, and I'd been playing a while. And what had happened was I broke the vendors at Sidonia somehow, and it could just be because I was adding mods, or um, I added Shattered Space after I'd already started playing. It could be a number of things. When I start the game up, normally I didn't have any problems, and I never have had any problems. But I have heard reports of a few people saying that they've had issues with um, the vendors not working. And the QA guys haven't really said anything to me about it, but it's probably just a game um, bug, I'm guessing, that happens when we start swapping out mods or adding something to the game after the fact. So something affected vendors at Sidonia. So I came up with a solution, and that's what I'm going to take you through today. I'm going to take you down here. I'm also going to show you. I'm using the one of my mods here as a base. This is the Black Widow ship, but you'll see there's a few things I tweaked on it from some of my other mods, and you'll get to see a sneak peek of what I'm working on for the upcoming ship mods. I've kind of taken a break from building, and I'm trying to build modules, and I'm trying to come up with. I'm going to do some videos to get all my mods kind of like up to speed, and then and once I get some of these modules built for the new ships, then I'll start making some more ships again, and you guys will see those on creation soon. Um, in this case, just to show you real quick what I'm working on, you'll see some wings here that are hanging off the edges of this ship. Um, they're not done, but I'm kind of on a path to figuring out how to do some wings using the creation kit without actually going outside of the game to build them. I threw on some of my my landers here that are from my industrial transport ship, and changed some of the wing stuff in the back, and threw on some of the cargo pieces I had in the back wing. So yeah, I tweaked it a bit just to see what I could get away with. It's a pretty cool platform. I mean, this one's been pretty popular on creations, and you can see why, because there's all this cargo um, space you can put on it. You can put a lot of habs on this, and it still looks like a ship. Like, it's kind of cool looking. So we're gonna go ahead. I'm gonna take you a run through as to show you what's wrong on Sidonia here, and then I'll take you to where you need to go to and you'll see I've got all of my stuff on here now. So like every one of my vendor kiosks are loaded right now. So I'll take you to here and show you what's broken, and then I'll take you to the new location that I built. I didn't build the location, but I put some kiosks in a new location on Olympus, Nesoi on Olympus, the Olympus system, so that we could venture on and still buy ships and do stuff if they're broken on Sidonia. So here I'm on Sidonia. I'll just do my usual routine because it's it probably, I'm usually in the wrong spot. So I just pick a place, one of my locations. I've been suffering from a cold. That's why I haven't made any videos. I was kind of trying to get all that done, but I've had to take a break from everything. So if you go here, you'll see all my kiosks are lined up because I have all the mods loaded. Um, if I look at this one, the insect ship still shows up. Stinger ship still showing up. I think this one might still be showing up. I can't remember. Yeah, so all of these are showing up. And these are separate vendors from the ones I built on Nesoi. For some reason, these have been broken. All three of these. Um, this last one is not a ship, it's just a placeholder for when I'm getting ready to build. But these are broken, and I'm not. I tried to go through some different iterations and figure out some stuff to see why it's broken, if I could fix it, and I did something with a mod, or like I said, I installed something that's broken these. Um, I kind of look at playing this game and the save games is kind of like traveling in time. Like I can't go back in time without basically splitting off and creating a new timeline, right? So like I can't proceed forward um, if these are broken and I want to use them for something. Um, it's kind of hard to proceed forward and have a good game if you're like, this is all broken. I don't know what to do with it. And the mod itself is not broken because I still have credits here and I can still use this to modify the ships. So there's nothing wrong with the actual the mod itself except for the vendor. I don't know why that, like I said, broke. So what we're gonna do is now that those are broke, this is no longer what I would call a valid way to do stuff, other than grabbing the credits or something if you want them. Which I would do too. I haven't added credits yet. I might add credits to the other place, but I would come here first to do all your business, and I would not add any new mods, any of my alternate kiosks unless these are broken because you shouldn't need them. And I would save them for later in the game in case something like this happens where it breaks, and then you want to be able to have access to the ships. So I'm going to bring my ship to me. You can see in here, I'll go in here and you can see this wing is something I'm working on. Um, and then this is like my landing gear from the other mod. It's just a beefed up version of the landing gear and it doubles as an engine. And these are the um, just cargo holds that I added to it, stuff like that. In case you guys wanted to kind of mess with, like that's my bad tech engine. If you wanted to use some of my other mods to tweak this one, there's a few things you can do. These wings will be coming at some point. I just haven't got them done yet. There's some things I got to work out to make sure they're working good. And I'm going to have more than just this wing. This wing is just one prototype. I'm going to have angled wings that go at different angles. And I'm also going to have wings that have bends in them so they kind of curve down and back up, and up and down kind of thing. So we'll have some different styles to deal with. And then I'm going to make some more vertical stabilizers that go vertical and at angles, and some stuff like this that I can replicate. So you'll see when I get done working on it. There's just going to be a lot of pieces I got to build for it, but once I get them all done, I think it'll be pretty cool. Essentially, I've used pieces that are already in the game, and I've kind of put them together in a way that makes them look like, if you look up close here, these are pieces that um, are already in the game that I have like shrunken them or manipulated them in some way to get them to work as a wing. So anyway, I'm going to move on, get out of here, and then we will venture over to the Olympus system, to Nesoi, where the new kiosks are at, so that you can have that as a backup. Um, and that way you don't have to feel like you're stuck. Like it was kind of I was kind of bummed out. I was like, this is kind of bad, because I don't like to build stuff and then like, you know, especially because it's a paid mod, and then you guys are like out there like you might be into the game a little ways trying to load the game, and then all of a sudden it's like not working and nobody knows why. Um, I'm gonna this should alleviate some of those problems. I'm not saying it's 100% cure for every problem. I mean, there could still be conflicts with other mods. And I will say putting these in the load order will probably make a difference. I always try to put my stuff at the bottom of the load order list when I run my mods. Um, but I understand that you have a lot of mods probably you're running that has nothing to do with this mod. I would just make sure that if you have a Sidonia mod initially, that you try to put this underneath that, just to make sure that the kiosks at least work the first time. But if they don't work, that's why I made this mod, so we can move on and um, we can have a different place to go. And then I may even make a third place eventually, just to make sure that there's more options. But this was just like a fix I made for myself essentially, because I was like, okay, I'm playing Shattered Space. It's fun. I'm having a good time. I don't want to go back and replay some of the missions though, because I've kind of made some progress. And so, like I said, something broke in the process of doing that, and it was probably my fault. I'm sure I did something in adding a mod, or I know I had something running from Nexus that I think I accidentally started up, and it may have injected some files back that I had to turn back off, and it may have broken something somewhere along the line. So it was probably me, but that doesn't really matter because you guys will run into this problem for a reason, one reason or another, and that's what this is for. So I'm on, and let me back up out of here again. I'm going to Olympus. You'll have to click on Olympus. Sometimes it'll try to take you to that RNA or RNA, I don't know how you pronounce it, system. So here we're in the Olympus system, and this Nesoi planet is kind of a vegetative planet. And I have put all of new kiosks with new vendors at this location. So I'm just gonna pick one random, and then we're gonna land here. If you do it, you may only need one of these, so you might only see one vendor, or you might see two vendors based on like our kiosks, based on what you own. If you have all of them though, and you have them all loaded, it's gonna look like this. If you only have a few of them, you're only gonna see a few. Okay, so it actually put me in the right place. I think my ship is sitting back over there. Sometimes your ship will be sitting over there and you'll be in your ship if you land here, I think the first time. If that happens, you just go out here, go to star map, go to the, one of these vendor locations, click on it and just go to travel, and it'll automatically take you there so you don't have to go running over to that location and waste time. Um, I didn't know this place even existed, I guess, because I hadn't gotten to this part of the game or I wasn't paying attention. But this is like looks like a player home here on the Soy that you can buy somewhere. And I just happened to find this location when I was putting it together. So I don't think that's going to affect these, but you never know. Stuff gets broken all the time when you start messing with things. So, um, like I said, I may make a third location just to make sure. And like I would use these late in the game if you feel like you're wanting to switch ships or do something different, and the ones on Sidonia don't work. I would not use these unless you absolutely need to, because you might want to save these so that they don't get broken, like later in the game if you're like bringing in new mods or something. save them for as long as you can until you need them, basically. So if I come over here, I added the Shark Hunter one on there too. This is from my original unpaid mod. Um, because there was some people who were having problems with this, I know, a while back too. So this is another one that's just, it's my Shark Hunter ships. Um, Sarah, she's stuck here. But I tried to put them in kind of order the way I put them in the game. Here's the insectoid. Um, and see, these were working. These three here were working at the other location. See what's this? This one's probably missing the Black Widow because I went ahead and bought one from here. So I'm missing the first one, but the rest of them should be on here. And then these two were the ones that were broken. I didn't put the last one on here yet because I'm still working on that one anyway. But so you can see the Constellation Field Jumper. It's here again. And it's a different vendor too, so the list will populate all the ships again. So if you have bought one early on and you've kind of tweaked it and it's like unrecognizable anymore and you wanted to go back to get the original and for some reason it's not showing up at the other vendor, it'll be here like it's a brand new vendor and everything. So makes it a little easier to acquire your stuff. So here's the transport ships. So everything's working here, which is nice. And then once again, if you need to modify your ships to bring your ship over here, you can just go in and pretend like you're modifying it and turn around and it's sitting here. That's probably the only thing about this location I'm gonna have to be careful about if I add kiosks here, because I'm like really close to the edge of that. I didn't think it was going to get that close because the landing area is actually right here, and this ship it falls within the parameters, but I think this is a small landing pad, so that might be why it's sticking out so far. So anyway, so that's one solution for you guys who are if you're having problems with the vendors, you can add these. I'm gonna put these will be. I'm using this one video for all of them, so it doesn't matter which one you pick. You're gonna get the same video. So if you see these up on creations, this video is gonna be the same one. Doesn't matter which one you click on. And these will all be unpaid. I'm not gonna charge you for these, but they're just the kiosk. It's not gonna be the ship or anything. So you'll need the original mod, of course. And then you'll have to pair it up with this. So this kiosk, if you have the fuel jumper, then you'll come over here and get the fuel jumper ship or kiosk. You won't need, if you get any of these other ones and you try to load them and you don't own the ship, it's not going to obviously do anything. It's not going to populate right. It may even break the game. So just be careful about which one you load, and that it's the right one for the mods that you actually have installed. That's about it on these. I think that's it. And then this location, I just picked this because it was, it's kind of a cool planet. I've been here before in my first playthrough. And yeah, it's the Olympus system. It's just kind of has some sort of nostalgic sort of, atmosphere, I guess, to it, or a concept. I don't know I don't know where I'll put the next one. I may have to look around for something a little bit farther out, because I feel like what's going to happen is you'll progress through the game, and the farther out you get, and the longer you play, and the more mods you add, there's a chance it's going to break something. I don't know if it'll break my mod, but something breaks sometimes when you add and take mods away. So if I do that, I might just make another set of kiosks and add them somewhere else. But this should help for now, for anybody who's struggling with that. if you're starting a brand new game, like I said, I don't have any problems hardly with a brand new game. Sidonia always seems to work fine. It's something I did, like I said, I don't know if it was a mission I did or adding a mod or something broke the vendor. So hopefully that helps you. And I'll keep working on it to make sure that we get like other options. I didn't want to have to add more files. Of course, these are very small files; they're not big files. Um, and I'm hoping you don't have to use them. Maybe you won't have to use them at all, depending on what mods you've been using and what you've added to it. But if you get to that point where you're like I said, far into the game, and you're like, ah, man, I can't use this. It's messed up. At Sidonia, then this will be like a backup for you. And I think that's about it on this video. I still have some other videos I gotta make for just the other ships, and I've had a hard time because, like I said, I was sick, so I couldn't record because my voice. I'm still struggling with my voice a little bit, and um, we had all the hurricane stuff that was here in Florida recently, so it kind of put a hamper on just doing everything. Like my family was home more, so it was harder for me to record, and just gets noisy around here. So, and this is not a studio; it's just a room. I still got a lot of work to do if I want to make it like soundproof and everything. So, for now, this will just suffice. So, I hope everybody enjoys all the mods. And like I said, I'm working on some stuff. I got wings primarily as my focus. I want to do the other thing I want to work on is some nose pieces for some ships, so we have something that kind of to put on the front of the ship. So basically, nose, wings, and tail section stuff, so that there's some variety, and then it'll be fun to see what the modding community does with all that. So that's what I enjoy watching, is like not just me building the ships, and of course you guys buying them is awesome. It makes me feel great if you like my work, but it's really fun to see other people take this stuff and do something with it, because I have a certain style I use, but my style is probably not for everybody. But there's some stuff in here I think that when I get done with it, people will probably have fun with making some different designs with. So it'll be fun. So everybody have a good day. Enjoy the game, and I'll see you around the galaxy, I guess, or whatever. And yeah, yeah. Thank you for everything. Thank you for buying my stuff and supporting me. So have a good day.